Hey, I'm in another video. This time I'm talking about the much hated Magyarosaurus. I actually don't dislike this animal at all, but since it was revealed, I couldn't figure out how to make it work. The number one problem for Maggie is its size. According to this unofficial size chart, the animal is 1,350 kilograms. That size would not be a problem for most animals like Sarah, but Maggie is a sauropod. Sauropods are known to be very slow, but if Maggie was slow, it would be completely destroyed by animals like Aloe or Alberto. Many solutions have been proposed, but nothing seemed to stick. Maggie was either so realistic it could never survive in the Isle, or it was so overdone that it isn't Maggie anymore. Today, I propose a solution that might make Maggie both real-ish and viable to play. First off is the location. Maggie is known as an island dwarf. When it lived, it would inhabit multiple small island chains. I think making Maggie a beach dweller would make it locationally difficult to hunt. Maggie's diet would consist of beachside fruit like mangoes and coconuts. It would also have the ability to eat sea kelp and other aquatic plants. This would make Maggie the slowest semi-aquatic animal in the game, but its remote location would balance that out. Furthermore, the nearby islets that are annoyingly out of reach for most animals would also be available to Magyarosaurus. Maggie's speed should be around 32 to 36 kilometers per hour. Maggie should be capable of outrunning apexes, but vulnerable to mid-tier animals. To aid it against the more powerful mid-tiers, I think we should upscale Maggie to 1,500 or 1,600 kilograms. This would make Maggie around Tonanto-sized, which would make it less fragile. Finally, we should add some damage resistance to the body. Maggie has armor, so it should have some damage and bleed protection. Finally, and arguably most importantly, is its moveset. I think a good moveset is just as important as the raw stats of an animal. For Maggie, I got inspired by Orny's video about Megalania. In his video, he mentioned how monitor lizards use their tail as a whip to fend off predators. Then I thought about how boxers use light jabs to set up for power punches. I think Maggie should have two different attacks that combo with each other. The first will be its jab, which will be a tail whip. This attack would not do much damage to the body and would not use much stamina, but if it hit the head, it would deal much more damage. Furthermore, a hit to the head would act like a flashbang. It would sting the eyes of the target, causing it to lose vision temporarily. Until the vision loss ends, the animal's attacks would lose around 50% damage. The target would not be able to run for a few seconds after the attack lands. Vision recovery would depend on how good your diet is and how big your animal is. The second attack is the shoulder charge seen in the concept art. This would be the Maggie's power punch and would cost a lot of stamina. However, the damage will be significant, and it would apply some bleed and do a small amount of fracture damage. This hit will not stun and has lots of end lag, but would be easy to connect against a blind player. These two attacks are somewhat reminiscent of Tonanto's tail slam into hind kick combo. It would make Maggie very difficult to play because it requires precision and timing. But experienced players should be very dangerous to mid-tiers. Against semi-apex animals like Suko, it can still blind them, deal some fracture damage, and escape. Most sauropods are known for stomp attacks, but I don't think it suits Maggie. This animal is much different to any other sauropod, and a stomp attack would look ridiculous for something its size. Overall, this kit should encourage an evasive yet powerful playstyle. Maggie doesn't need to run faster than Allosaurus or have poisonous flesh to work. It just needs a thematically appropriate kit to defend itself and, more importantly, have fun. That's about it for Magyarosaurus. Thanks for watching. See ya.